how are you feeling about this when you're being told by Kiera, hey, by the way, I'm going to leave? And at the time, Fire and Flavor, you're shooting on all cylinders. Without the half of you, how are you feeling about this? And were you told beforehand?
Of course. Kiera and we have been friends for a very long time. She's basically my sister. She's my little sister. Everyone say we look alike anyway. So we've had this talk. And when her deal was coming up and she was just undecided what to do, I was just like, Fire and Flavor, we're at the top of our game. We're the best. I'm gonna say to this day, we're the best women's tag team ever. We deliver so much and our chemistry is just on point. And I don't think there's anybody that can just match what we do in the ring, outside the ring. Like everyone's seen it throughout 2020. Like we were the most entertaining. So, but I just felt like talking to her, I said, you have to just, and this is what we all think about when it comes to just our careers. It's just exploring other options, just figuring out what's best for you. And I've told her that all the time. I said, hey, listen, you have to find what's best for you. At the end of the day, we're always going to be Fire and Flavor, but you always have to just find what's best for you. And I said, if you want to go out and you want to just see what else is out there, do it. You only get this life. You only get this career one time. You can't go back and redo it. So go out and do it. And I will always be here at the end of the day. I will still be your sister. I will always be your friend. I will always be there at the end of the day. And Fire and Flavor is never going to die. So we can reunite somewhere else. We'll do it. Want to reunite back in Impact? We'll do it. However you want to do, but go out and just explore whatever you need to. And before she made that decision, we sat and talked about it and, told me what she was going to do before she announced it to the world and to Impact. And I was just happy for her. She went to AEW, did her thing, did some things with Jade, and now she's just back on the solo path where she should be. And she's going to be killing it, very, very soon. So I'm never upset about what the decision that she made, because if that's the case, I don't think that I could have been on a solo path of being the Knockouts champion, and she would have never figured out, where she wanted to be as far as her career. So I think that was just pretty good for the both of us. And just never say never a Fire Flavor reunion.
Well, good to hear. Good to hear. Because there was at the time I was in shock. I was like, Fire and Flavor. What do you mean it's not gonna happen anymore? But as you brought up, it's good to hear that you're actually family and friends outside the wrestling business, because sometimes you hear stories of, oh, we were a tag team on TV, but we weren't friends. We don't travel together.
Oh yeah.
And you're like,
I
oh,
hate that.
yeah.
It's so terrible.
Yeah. And it always is sad to see. But with so much happening with Kiera Hogan, there are rumors with AEW splitting up their roster and having a show on Saturday nights with possibly the returning CM Punk on Saturdays and, the Elite on Wednesdays, because if you don't know, there's friction. If you're living underneath a rock in the wrestling world, there's friction. Yet, where do you think that could land, Kiera? Because again, this opportunity, when you have two options of shows, 2 hours means more opportunities. Do you think that's going to help her and, of course, the rest of the roster that we see, but we don't see enough?
Well, wherever she goes, as far as if it's Saturday shows, Wednesday, Friday, it doesn't matter, as long as she's getting the opportunities that she deserves.
Yeah,
that's best for her. That's what I'm happy about. I just don't want to see her either sitting on a sideline, sitting in the background. Like, she is so talented to where she can be world champion, women's world champion one day, whether it's Ring of Honor women's world champion or AEW women's world champion, come back to Impact, be Impact women's world champion. It doesn't matter. Her opportunities are just, it's endless out there for her. And wherever she lands, she's going to kill it like the fire that I know she is.
Oh, I love it. A little Fire and Flavor. It seems like Fire and Flavor still exists, just one's in Impact, one's in AEW. But the Fire and Flavor will always live in all of us who are fans, who survived that damn ugly-ass pandemic with the help of the Fire and the Flavor and Hernandez and stealing the wad of money. That was good shit. That was
our favorite thing, actually.
That was the best thing ever. That and a Wrestle House were the greatest things to come out of the Impact pandemic episodes of, oh, what's going on with this wad of money? Because someone was getting married, and then you had Wrestle House with the wad of money still involved. Brilliant stuff from all